Well, it's been a busy day, I would say. So got this lady called, and yet last night, and this has been here for a month. She's already paid, but she messaged at 5 o'clock last night and said, can I come pick that up? And I got a weed eater I want to drop off. And I had to decline. I mean, Carolyn and I weren't here, and I'm not going to rush around, turn it around so we can meet people here when we're in the middle of something. And I'm really trying to get in the mindset that I'm here from 6 to 4. That's 10 hours that you can come and drop off your mower. Now, I know that people seem to think that, oh, 6 o'clock, that's just too early. But the reason I do 6 o'clock is because there's a school down the road, and there's a lot of these guys that'll drop them off before they get over to the school. You know, the teachers and the principal. Last year, the principal came by. So it makes sense for me. And if you will call ahead of time and say, look, I'm running late today. Can I come after hours? I usually say yes. So anyway, I said no. So I'm sure she's upset. But I mean, I got to keep some sort of hours. So the guy with the John Deere, I told you about him yesterday. And I think I told you about him. So it needed a carburetor because the carburetor was leaking by and it let gas into the crankcase. The first thing he did when I called him, he said, I don't want a new carburetor. That's a brand new carburetor. Well, that's the only thing that can be wrong with it is the carburetor. So I told him, well, I mean, I'm going to change the carburetor no matter what. So then I, made it, we put a tube in it. I changed the oil and flushed it, twice. But he didn't want a battery. It doesn't start. So I parked it here so I could jump it with the beast when the guy showed up. So they park across the street like they were asked to. And I meet them over there. And then they start walking across the street. And I don't understand why they would walk across the street. I try very hard to keep everybody over there. I don't want them going past this sign. I understand some people don't know that I want them parking over there, so they park over here. So this sign is good spot to stop. I've even changed the sign. It used to say no trespassing. Now it says private property, no loitering, smoking, or sitting on steps. Stay over here on this side. So he's got a jump pack. Now I know that's what I told you in yesterday's video, that he was going to show me how I'm supposed to have a jump pack as a mechanic. And I just fundamentally disagree with that idea. Why go out and spend $100 on a tool that I don't need? And when I say I don't need it, if you're going to bring a mower to me without a battery, then you should be having me put a battery in it. There is no reason why you should expect me to charge up a jump pack and keep it charged up so I can test your lawnmower. A battery seems like that's an essential part of keeping your machine running, especially if you have an electric PTO like this one. Now, he didn't, but you have to have a battery for this. Otherwise, that PTO won't kick on. And you're going to hurt your voltage regulator. That's the other thing, is he is damaging his voltage regulator. It's probably already damaged. What it is that voltage regulator is just letting everything through to try to charge that dead battery. And it doesn't get a chance to shut off and cool off. So you're just constantly pumping voltage through that. It's heating up, it's going to burn up. So I don't see this as, look, I'm trying to run a shop here, not some sort of piece it together thing. And that's what he saw. And I'm sure that's what the trolls see. So he walks over with his jump pack, past the sign. Now I go to the truck to get my jumper cables because I'm jumping off the beast. And he walks right up to the mower, pops the hood open, and I got the cables, and I turn around and I said, Sir, stand behind the sign. Oh, I didn't see it. Yeah, you did, because you didn't even know what, if you didn't see it, you wouldn't have known there was a sign there to say I didn't know to see it. You saw it. You just ignored it. I can't even imagine that. He did not give me any money, nothing. What he wanted to do was show me he had a jump pack, but that's how serious mechanics work. No, that's how Hicks work. Oh yeah, we'll just rig it up. You know, maybe we'll bypass it. I tell you, got an idea. I got this battery from 1976 off of the old Ford back there. We'll just make a rack on the back of the lawnmower. That'll keep it going. Just replace it. I mean, here you got a $100 jump pack where you can buy a $45 battery. So I was kind of frustrated with that. But they paid, and he went up there and mowed the firehouse. And I heard him mowing, so it seemed to be running. And then, what else do we got? Let me check this text message. Oh, I'll show you this. So, well, let me explain. This is kind of funny. So, guy brings me a Honda push mower or walk behind mower and a Toro. Well, the Honda doesn't run. It's the newer mower. It's a nicer mower. It doesn't run, but so I just cleaned the carburetor and that, changed the air filter and changed the oil. It runs great. But this one, he says, it's smoking really bad. And, well, I brought it over here and it didn't smoke at all. So, I even let it sit overnight. I started it when he brought it over, didn't smoke. And then I brought it over. Then I started it again this morning and it didn't smoke. So I thought, well, I'll just change the oil and the air filter. So the first thing I did was I let it run to warm up that oil. And it was running pretty bad. But he didn't say he wanted it fixed. He just said he didn't want it to smoke. But it wasn't smoking. But the oil was dirty, so I figured, well, if it's damaging the rings, I should change the oil because you don't want the rings to continue to get damaged. Well, then I walked over to the air filter, and now I know why it was smoking and running badly. It's really two different symptoms. So, oh, yeah, I still got them out. That's good. I thought I threw them away for a second. So you have two filters. You have the pre-filter, and it's just full of grass, just full. And then you have the primary filter, and that is just saturated with oil. Now, the only way the oil will get onto that is if you've tipped it on its side, and all that oil runs off into the carburetor through the air filter to the air filter. That's why it was smoking right there. There's actually two different colors of smoke you would have gotten out of that. You would have gotten the white smoke because there's oil in the cylinder and the carburetor. Then it would have turned to black smoke and ran poorly because it was clogged. So I sent him pictures of the filters. You know, I told him they were ready to go and sent my invoice to a text message, and then sent them pictures of that. And he replied, "Yikes!" Well, all I saw was "yikes." You know, because I didn't know who it was from. I just, you know, on the header it says "yikes" with the phone number. So I kind of panicked, like, uh-oh. And you were sitting there watching me panic, like, uh-oh, he's mad about the price or something. So I opened it up and I realized he's saying "yikes" to the air filter. Oh, I was so relieved. That's why I laughed kind of nervously. So I guess that story's out of the way. And then the pole in here, we got 2 new spindles on it. I mean, it was pretty easy. That's all he wanted. I mean, the blade's damaged and it only had 1 blade, even though it's got 2 spots. So I washed it up. Boy, that washed up pretty. It's a nice color. And that one's ready to go. As he said, he'll pick that up Saturday. This one he's supposed to pick up Friday. And that's ready to go. We should start this one because it hasn't started in a few days. Let's start it real quick to make sure it's gonna start easy. I cleaned the carburetor on this one. I think the brake's set. We'll see. started right up. That's great. And then this one here, we're still waiting on the PTO, but tomorrow I'm going to start putting tubes in the tires. I mean, because I was supposed to put the PTO on last Monday or Tuesday. I guess it was Tuesday, but they sent the wrong one, so I'm waiting on that. But I figure I can go ahead and get the tires, the tubes in the tires, while we're sitting around waiting, because you know that's going to take a good hour to do all 4 of those. And the smaller tires, I always kind of dread. Either they're going to go on real easy or they're going to be a real nightmare. So let's hope they're okay. What else we got? I guess that is that it? Is that all we're doing? But I didn't get any calls today. Oh, speaking of calls, there's one. I don't understand people. I mean, I'm always at a loss. So he calls, you know, I'm a mechanic. I got my head underneath it. I'm either making a video, which he doesn't know I make videos, or I'm working on lawnmowers. Of course, you get about 10 spam calls a day. So you got to deal with that. Answering the phone every 3 minutes. Stopping your work. So, then you know, you get these questions, you know, question calls. Now, how much do you charge to work on a lawnmower? Mine doesn't run. Well, sir, I don't know what's wrong with it. Well, neither do I. You don't know how much it's going to cost, though, huh? So you got to deal with 10 of those. Well, here's a new one. He just called. I was in here talking to you. And he says, yeah, I'm looking for an Amish place. And he names the road that it's on. I don't even know what road he's talking about. Never heard of it. He says they sell storage sheds. I'm sorry, sir. I don't know anything like that. Oh, really? Huh. Why would I? I don't get it. I don't understand. And here's the thing is, if I did know, you know, somebody asked me to go down in the woods, and I just haven't been able to yet. I've always got so much to do, so I apologize. But also, I got to get some tick spray first before I go down there, because you can't walk out here without ticks. I mean, it's just, oh, it's terrible. Ticks are really bad this year. So, but okay, so let's just say I did know where the Amish place is. What would he have possibly wanted me to tell him? Did I ever buy one there? I mean, oh, the guy that said yikes. I forgot to tell you this. He, when he brought the mowers over, he said, I saw you on Google, and I saw you had a 5-star review rating. And he said, well, I thought I'd give you a try. So that's the first time I've ever heard anybody say anything about my review rating. So that's great. So over time, I mean, I'm sure I'm going to get a bad review sometime. Because I'm just not a nice person, and I know that. I remember when I started this, some troll said, you can't be a lawnmower mechanic, you don't like people. Agreed. I don't like people. And so far, it hasn't hurt me too bad. I think everybody recognizes that I'm not a nice person. But, you know, like this guy, will he ever come back? He probably didn't want to come in the first place. He didn't want to buy a carburetor. So he's not interested in spending money. He replaced the carburetor himself and messed it up. If he'd have fixed it, he'd have never been over here. So it's unlikely that he's ever going to come back over here. I mean, he's running around without a battery. He has no intention of buying a battery, I don't think. He's just going to jump it with the jump pack. And then he's, you know, he was going to run around with that flat tire too. I'm sure of it. But I talked him into the tube. Yeah, you got a tube? Did I tell you that story? I said, yeah. He says, I said, yeah, you want me to fix that tire? He says, no, I'm just going to put a tube in it. And I said, yeah, that's what I was going to do. You got a tube? Well, yeah, that's what I do. Well, can I buy it from you? No, you can't buy it. I'll put it on, but you can't. I don't sell parts. Oh, yeah, go ahead and put it on. I don't know. I really do struggle with people. I mean, the trolls were right. I don't like people. But the other part of it wasn't right, that I can't be a mechanic. I get the sense that people know that the grumpy mechanic is probably the best mechanic. You know, they just don't have time to mess around with the chattering and the yip-yapping and all that stuff. I want to stay focused. I want to get the work done. I want to get it done in 2 days if possible. And me sitting around talking about Amish houses, I'm just not, you know, I just don't have time for it. I just don't want to have time for it. So, well, I'm going to jump off of here so I can pick up my tools and, I don't know, edit videos. Oh, I wanted to tell you that, speaking of editing videos, my other channel now has enough videos to last until May. This is April. 3rd Monday of May. And I got 2 videos yet to edit. So I'll be into June by the time I get these 2 videos edited. So I've got over a year of videos scheduled, ready for release. So if I died today, those videos would still continue to produce for the next year. So that's really good news for me. I'm really happy about that. So if you'll click this up next box, take your video over to my other channel. I really appreciate it. Go check it out. So hope this video inspires you. I don't know. Stay grumpy so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.